I'm Brandon Farr, and I'm deep in the Boundary Waters wilderness. And over the next 3 days, I'll be trekking deeper than I've ever been, pushing my body to the absolute limit. On this adventure, I'll encounter some of the biggest challenges I've ever had to face. Run some crazy rapids, cook some great meals, and preferably not get eaten alive by the Minnesota State bird.
I gotta get in the tent. They are everywhere.
Welcome to the Boundary Waters Hurt Locker.
Oh, I'm in pain. Oh.
Let's get into it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back in the beautiful Boundary Waters. And if that intro was any indication, we are in for a heck of a trip. This is going to be the longest solo trip I've ever taken. So we got a lot of distance to cover. But right now, I just put in at Isabella Lake. I'm going to be working my way down Isabella River to Bald Eagle Lake today, which is about 14 to 16 miles depending. So a lot of work, I think 6 to 8 portages. But anyway, should be a good trip. But we got a lot of work to do between here and camp tonight, so let's get after it. Portage number 1 finished. Now we're on to Isabella River. We'll be on this now for the next, I don't know, like 13 miles. Yeah, 14 miles. And hopefully there will be a couple of portages that we don't have to do. Unlike that one, couldn't really run that one, but there'll be a few that we can probably. We'll find out.
Well, this is what getting caught in a torrential downpour looks like.
Oh man, no way. Oh, just out of nowhere. Nothing quite like a momentary downpour to get you thinking on your feet. Jeez. Oh, and as soon as it started, it stopped. Lasted just long enough for me to, well, get caught with my pants down, so to speak, I suppose. Oh, you gotta love it though. Looks like bluer skies ahead. So hopefully that's it for the rain. If not, we'll deal with it. All right, we got our next portage coming up, but this is, we actually ran this a couple weeks ago. We're doing it again today, but this is the Beaver roller coaster. So we're actually in a raft down the dam, a little bit of a mini rapid. Let's do it. There we go. Little rocky right there. Couldn't see that. Oh man. Well, there we go. That was a fun little guy. But anyway, we are now on to a portion of river that I actually did 2 weeks ago. I came out here and was gonna do this whole trip, this exact same route 2 weeks ago. Still hitting rocks. And I'm not gonna ruin the surprise, but basically I had to turn around and kind of self-rescue myself because of the conditions. So we're gonna cut to that footage from 2 weeks ago, and then I will meet you guys on the other end of the point where we had to stop and turn around. So we'll definitely talk about that on the other end. But for now, enjoy the clips of this portion of the river that I'm going to be doing right now again, just not filming it since I did that 2 weeks ago. Anyway, see you on the other end. I don't know if you guys can hear that yet, or if the wind's too loud, but there is something big up ahead. It is rushing and raging. I don't know if we'll be able to run it, but let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to portage this one. I was thinking maybe I could do it on the far side over there. Then you got some sweeping trees that it runs into, and then down there it levels off and then just drops, and I can't even see that. So I think we're gonna have to portage this one and get a better look at it from down there, but I don't think we can run it. Let's hit the portage. I think we could have run it. Yeah, I mean, I totally could have run that rapid. Come on, easy. Class 75, cakewalk. No, probably a good thing that I went around that. That's a boat breaker right there. We are now on to the next portion of the river, just out here enjoying the wilderness. Tiny little rapid there, nothing too crazy. We are just around the corner from our next portages. I think it's portage 2 and 3 back to back. So unless we can run them, we will get into those. And man, I wish I would have caught it on camera. I tried, but they were too quick. I just saw 2 otters, which is kind of cool. Little mysterious, mischievous little creatures. And I was coming around the corner and they both peeked their heads up, and then, you know, as soon as I turned the camera on, they were gone. But that was cool. I've never seen otters out here, so pretty sweet to see. That's a cool tree from a burn a long time ago. I'm just looking at all these massive trees behind me, and just think about that. I mean, how small the trees are after that burn and how giant they used to be. I mean, just towering over the forest. That's so cool. I'm not really sure if I can run this or not. I'm gonna get out here and see if I can scope it out a little further down. Yeah, I think we're gonna skip this one too. I could maybe, I mean, I don't have the skill. I don't have the skill for it. There's a massive hump just over there, and yeah, we're gonna walk it. Yeah, a little outside of my my skill level there, but absolutely gorgeous. On another note, exciting news: got bit by a mosquito right in the center of my forehead while I was carrying the canoe on that portage. Just sitting there carrying the canoe, feel it up there, try to shake it off. Just gotta sit there while he just goes to town on my forehead. So that's nice. A nice little, it's already bumped up. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're gonna continue on. We got another portage. I think we got like 4 more portages. And one of them is a half a freaking mile, which is like forever. So we're gonna get to that one hopefully, and then find camp for the night. But we got a lot of work to do. Let's get back to it. This is one I think we can do, to take it right along the right side. The only thing I got to be careful of is getting swept into that right side rock over there. I take it basically right down the middle. There's a rock, I don't know, right in the middle there. But boom, there's just a nice little line. I think we're going to do that. All right, we've got to stay to the right. And then it should be pretty straight. We'll find out shortly though. There we go. Oh, baby! I was a little uncertain there for a second. That was pretty sweet. That was a sweet little guy. No, no big issues there. Nice little rapid. Nice to skip the portage. It's a little toasty out today. So, anyway, on to the next part of the river on our next portage. Nope. It's a massive, massive tree. Man, the giants that used to be in this forest. Crazy. Oh, man. I just had to sit down and rest for a second before doing this this next portage. It was supposed to be like 70 degrees out here today, and it has got to be so much hotter. It is so hot. So it's got to be, I mean, mid 80s, if not up into 90. I mean, it's a lot hotter than they said it was. And that's getting to me. It kind of hit me all at once. So I've been drinking plenty of fluids, but just kind of purified some more water, got some electrolytes going. Gonna do some, been munching on some dried mangoes, and then also a little, this is plastic container, by the way, PB&J tortillas. So take a little breather. I've been sitting down already for probably like, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, but that's the view. And yeah, got to be careful out here on these hot days, that's for sure. It just kind of crept up on me, so I'm going to take a decent little break here, which is going to cut into travel time, but, you know, being 100% is a little more important. So then we'll tackle this portage and continue onward. Welcome back to the future, or I guess the present. Yeah, I in that last clip ended up getting heat exhaustion and had to turn around at this point. We're right at this that little river area you just saw, but yeah, had to turn around, and it was not good. Had to kind of self-rescue myself. So we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth, but I'm actually going to run these rapids today. Yeah, the ones you just saw. Water levels are probably down a foot, foot and a half, maybe 2 feet, so it's not as bad, but it's still gonna be a little spicy. So let's see if we can make it through this shindig, huh? All right, we have to stay left. We have to stay left. We'll see if that's possible or not, but we have to stay left. All right, I'm on my knees here. Here we go. Left. Left is the option. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No way. Oh, I almost lost my phone on that. Oh, I got to get a better setup. That was that was massive. Oh, holy crap. That was sick. All right. Not perfect, but not bad. This next spot, I got to check this out. I haven't looked at it yet, so we'll check this out and be right back. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know if we can do this last portion all the way down. Oh man, it's just crazy waves. And I can't see down there. I might have to string it. I might have to string it through this portion. And then maybe hit the end. Let's see. stringer. There was no way I was running that. Oh man. Oh, that was fun. That was a good time. A lot more fun than what it was 2 weeks ago. So, got to that portage, and it just hit me all of a sudden. I started feeling really bad, like just nauseous, a little lightheaded, you know, a little dizzy. And I was hanging out there. I probably hung out there. I said like 15 in the video, but I was probably there for about an hour and a half, and just was not getting better. I was trying to eat food, thought I had been drinking enough liquids, and it was significantly hotter than they said it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be like 72 that weekend, and it ended up being like 90 with something like 90% humidity, and it was just brutal. Just absolutely brutal. So I started recovering. I actually ended up texting my mom off of my my Garmin just to ask her. I'm like, hey, nothing's wrong, but could you just check and see what the side effects of heat exhaustion are? You know, because I don't have any of that out here. She kind of runs through the list, you know, nauseous, dizzy, you know, yada, 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 all that stuff. And I was like, I should probably turn back. And I was about, you know, I was about 8 miles in at this point. We're almost 10 miles in now, but I was about 8 miles in at that point. It took me 4.5 hours to get there, I think. And so I had to like make a decision. Either I was gonna be out here all night, maybe in bad shape, or I was gonna work my way back. So anyway, slowly worked my way back, started getting fluids in me. She said her nurse practitioner friend said that I need to get salt in me and stuff. So I started getting salty stuff and electrolytes, and which I had been doing, but clearly not enough. And she was like, you know, head, armpits, and groin. Those are the 3 areas you lose the most heat from, and also the 3 areas that you want to cool down the quickest if you're overheating. So, you know, was dunking my hat, soaking my shirt, soaking my pants. And, you know, really next time I should just lay in the water probably for a while and just cool off. But yeah, it was not good. It took me about 6 hours to get back to the car, and it was not something I want to do again. So anyway, could have done things a little differently. Should have been drinking more fluid. Your body, I didn't know this, your body can burn sweat in like profuse heat. Your body can sweat up to 32 ounces of water an hour. That's an entire Nalgene bottle per hour, right? I think I'd had 2 of these within 4 hours, and I needed 4 at least. On top of that, I had eaten at like 6:30 a.m. and by the time I got to the portage, it was like 2 p.m. So I hadn't eaten in forever. So I think low blood sugar was a factor, probably a little bit dehydrated. Anyway, so a couple things I'm doing differently. Preventative measures, if it is super hot, humid, keep yourself cool. Sunscreen, obviously, but like, you know, keep your clothes wet. Just make sure you're, you know, cool. And then also just make sure you're drinking enough water. I'd say, you know, on a hot day, a Nalgene bottle an hour, right, with electrolytes. And on top of that, I'm also doing something a little different with snacks, so make them grabbable, so I don't have to like dig into my bag. So I've got dried mangoes in here. I've got trail mix, so it's a little salty. I got these Cliff bars as well. And then I also went with some of these liquid IV electrolytes. So I've got all these right here that I can just grab and eat. You know, so I don't know if you guys have a Whoop or anything, but my Whoop did not look good. It did not look good the next day. Everything was red. My external body temperature was up by like 6 degrees in the red. And yeah, it was not good. I had burned that day, by the time I got back to the car, over 5, I think it was like 5,000 calories, which meant on a 10-hour day, you're burning 500 calories an hour, right? So you really got to be getting calories in, even if you think you're not hungry or you think you're not thirsty, man, it'll come back and bite you. So anyway, that's a long little segment there, a little PSA. Yeah, so now we're back in it. We're through the portion we got stuck at last time. And we're heading towards Bald Eagle. We got a couple more portages left, and then we'll make camp for the night. But got a lot of work to do yet, and time is ticking. It's about 3:30, so we'll try to be off the water by 7:30 or so. But anyway, let's get back to it. We are coming up on our next portage, and we'll see if it's runnable or if we actually have to portage this one as well. Judging by what we've already done today, I'd say this is doable. I see a line on the left-hand side. I wish I could point it out, but I'm using this to kind of hold myself in this position, but yeah, let's run it. All right, we're running it. We got to stay left again. We got to stay left again. There are a lot of little shallow spots, so stay left. Stay left. Okay, massive. All right. Paddle downstream. See if we can catch up to this paddle that we just lost. Planned. Oh, yeah, had to try to eddy out here because this paddle is right there. Just right out of my hands. And that's why you have two. Crazy. You're just trying to push off a rock and it just went. Anyway, let's finish this. I'll have to watch that back and see how many mistakes I've made. Inevitably a lot. But hey, a little bit of adventure. Nothing like a lost paddle. God, cannot believe that. Well, that was exciting. Anyway, we skipped that portage. Maybe made it harder, but skipped it nonetheless. On to the next portion of the river. Skip that portage too. It's not been a bad day of running through these portages that we've been able to. We do have one last portage left before Bald Eagle though, and I think it's a pretty big one. It's a monster. So we're gonna get to that and then we'll find camp for the night. But let's get to this last portage, find camp. Holy freaking portage. Oh man. Oh, this portage is ridiculous. It's so long. I think it's like 3/4 of a mile. Holy cow. I'm in pain. Oh, it hurts. Wow. Okay. Oh, get to the end. Oh. Oh, not one part of that was enjoyable. Not one part. Wow, that was, oh man, that was miserable. Oh, I'm soaked from sweat. We're gonna get on the lake and find camp and lay down. Well, I am still paddling. The first 3 campsites on Bald Eagle Lake are taken. And that's, I mean, you know, that's my fault till waiting to the end of the day and coming to a busy lake. It's 7:45 p.m. We got, I mean, maybe half an hour of light before it crosses below the trees. Fun fact, I believe what I'm paddling through right now is Minnesota wild rice, a wild rice field. I think that's what these are. Anyway, kind of cool. Let's see if we can find camp before the sun goes down. It's not looking promising. Oh, sorry, Mr. Duck. What are you doing, bud? Sorry, I don't want to block you. I'll kind of get out of the way here. You're just fishing, huh? He is completely unfazed. Sorry to bother you. What are you doing? I don't have any food for you. Sorry if people have been feeding you. Finally made it to camp. As you can see, the sun is setting behind me, so that duck, I love that. That's so cool. Nice welcome after a very long day. All right, I'm gonna show you around camp, and we're gonna get things set up. Got a massive rock fireplace. Like, holy cow, this thing's huge. Some wood left, which is very nice. I'll return the favor. What a fire pit. What a view. Unbelievable. Let's go set up camp. Well, as you can tell, it's sunset here and totally pitch dark in the trees where the tent is set up. So I am way too tired to mess with setting up the lights. I was contemplating having a fire, but I don't think I have the energy tonight. So this is where we say goodnight. And I'll see you guys in the morning. If anything exciting happens, or if I change my mind about a fire, then you'll see that. But I will, yeah, tough day. 17 miles today. 17 miles today. So it was a trek. It was a trek for sure. But anyway, I will see you guys in the morning. I don't even know if you guys can see how bad the mosquitoes are right now. I mean, they are everywhere. You can't even move right now. I don't know if this is picking them up at all, but I mean, it's insane. I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, wow. Okay, I gotta get in the tent. I'm just having a peanut butter and jelly for dinner, and hopefully don't get eaten alive. Okay, see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's a little blustery out, a little windy out. It's about 10 a.m. and I've just been waiting for the wind to die down a little bit, but it's been blowing like crazy since, I don't know, 5 a.m., 4:30, so I think it's just gonna be a windy day, and we are heading directly into the wind a little bit later. Benefit, no mosquitoes, which were horrible last night. Worst I've seen them all season. It was crazy. About picked me up and carried me away. Oh man. But anyway, we're gonna drink some coffee, eat some breakfast, and for breakfast I got a little Mountain House meal, biscuits and gravy. A little too windy for a fire today to mess with that, have it all blowing around, but we're gonna find a good campsite tonight, have ourselves a fire, cook over the fire, have a good fire tomorrow morning. So we're gonna chill out for a bit, then hit the water. So I think that those are rose hips, maybe. I'm probably wrong. Definitely don't base your knowledge off of that. I'll figure them out and put it in the video, but if they are rose hips, super high in vitamin C, from what I understand. I've never eaten them, but I think that's what those are. But there's a reason I don't pick the flora and fauna, because I would be a goner. Okay. Let's get out of here. Back on the water. The wind has died down significantly. Still a little breezy, but man, not nearly as bad as it was. It's about 12:30 right now. So a late start, but I wasn't trying to fight the wind all day. Looks like we got about 6 portages today before we make camp. We'll try to go for about 6 hours. Let's see how it goes. Portage number 1. Well, first portage out of the way, and looks like we're just going to be into the wind all day, which sucks, honestly, but what are you going to do? We're going to make for a long day. As you can tell, I am not super happy about that. Anyway, on to the next section of the river. I think about 5 portages to go. Portage number 2. On to the next. Portage 3. Well, 3 portages down, 3 portages to go, and then we are making camp, and I am cooking the best meal of this trip. Try to do a little campfire calzone. Could be a disaster, but regardless, I'm gonna eat so many calories tonight. So many calories. Let's knock out these next 3, find ourselves camp. I think we can run it upstream. Let's hit the portage. Thought this uprooted tree was pretty sweet. Look at that. Wow, just fell right off the rocks there. Wow, it's pretty cool. Portage 4. Okay, holy Portage 5. Wow. You guys are not gonna freaking believe this. I set one of my bags down, unbeknownst to me, on an underground hornet's nest. So I left it as the last thing to grab. The boat's all packed up, and I'll film what I can, but we're gonna be running. So let's see what happens. Oh man! Holy crap! I hope you guys saw that. I'm trying to beat the bag down on the ground as I run. Oh my gosh! That's okay. Speed run. I think we're okay. Holy crap. Oh, I hope that caught on camera. Oh, they were swarming. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I'll get your heart rate up a little bit. Oh man. Crazy. Okay. Well, there are no wasps following, so we're gonna get this in the boat, head on to Portage 6, and then camp for the night. Wow. Holy cow. Man, that could have been really bad. And I didn't even see it when I laid them down. And then by the time I got all my stuff and came back for that bag, they were swarming. I hope you can see it on camera, but holy cow, that'll get your heart pumping. And portage number 6. Next stop, we are making camp. Yoo! Excited about that. And man, those hornets though, it still got me shook up a little bit. I mean, just thank you, Lord, for seriously. I mean, people don't realize how dangerous something like that can be if you get stung 30, 40 times, you know, and go into shock. I mean, crazy. Anyway, yeah, let's get to camp and have ourselves a heck of a dinner. Oh man, wow, it happened again. So right there, supposed to be a campsite, another closed campsite. And that's, I use this app called maps.me, which is a great offline map. Like it works off satellite, so you can see wherever you are. Super easy to navigate, which is a big help as opposed to using just a paper map. But showed that it was a campsite. So obviously even maps.me is not updated. I have 2 hard copy maps, both show that they're a campsite. One I just got last year, shows that that's campsite. And I did check the bwca.com map, interactive map, before I left and took pictures of it. And I just didn't look at that earlier today when I was shooting for this campsite. And I just looked at it, and it's a closed campsite. You can't make this stuff up. It's 7:08 p.m. I think the next campsite's like a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles. So we are going to be setting up camp in the dark again. And to be completely honest with you, nothing's gonna stop me from having a fire tonight. So if we have to have a fire and we have to set up camp and chop wood in the dark, that's what we're gonna do. If I have to get eaten alive by mosquitoes, then so be it. Anyway, let's maybe get to camp. Who's to say, really? Find out later. Oh man, what a spot. Home, sweet home. This is absolutely epic. I'm on this massive rock. Goes down to the boat, but holy cow, look at that view. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Wow, thank you, Lord. Beautiful spot. We got a lot of work to do though. We're gonna get a fire going. I'm probably gonna get the tent set up in the dark. I don't even care about that right now. I just wanna get a fire, get some food, but let's get to work. Welcome to the segment in our show called Just Starting Dinner After 9:15 p.m. It is completely dark outside, but we're going to attempt to do a campfire calzone. So I'm going to use some of the bread and the yeast like we do on the honey butter and the fry bread and try to make a dough out of it and then make a calzone. In the calzone, cheese, pepperoni, pizza sauce, onions, and mushrooms. So we're going to chop these up, get these sauteing, get a fire going, then we'll get the bread going, and hopefully it all comes together. But it could be a disaster, and if that's the case, we've got some backup tortillas. So stay tuned. And now for a little segment that actually Matthew Posa, I don't know him, but he's been watching his channel forever. If you guys watch Matthew Posa, check him out. Does boundary water stuff, but a little something called Smash Rooms. Smash. Smash. Making a mess. You get the idea. All right, now in here we have the same mixture as we use with the bread and honey butter, right? We just have bread flour, yeast, and a little bit of salt. So we're going to add water, not too much. We don't want it to be runny. We want to be able to work it with our hands. So we'll add water to this and see what we come up with. Okay, so I think we've got it kind of close, you know, close-ish. I mean, it's pretty, I got to really work it with my hands. So we're going to let that sit for a little while, and then, you know, maybe I'll have to use a little oil on my hands or something, but it's pretty dense. So hopefully it works. Let's get this fire going. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got something. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna section this off a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. So I'm gonna knead this into kind of a dough-ish, not too thick. Kind of get it spread out a little bit. Can I throw it like they do in the pizza joint? Anyway, I'm gonna get this I'm moving quick here, so I'm gonna get this kind of spread out, and then I'll bring you back when I'm filling it up. We are ready for the action. Start with a base layer of pizza sauce. Okay. We're gonna go cheese, cheese. Cheese, cheese. Some sauteed onions and mushrooms. Oh, why not? Why not? Just do it all. And pepperonis. This is gonna be freaking massive. Holy crap. I don't even know if it's gonna fit in there. All right, now we're gonna try to close this bad boy up. It's not gonna be the prettiest calzone, but it'll work. Okay, and I'm just gonna use the oil that's already on there. Let's see how that cooks. Look at that. You see that? Oh yeah. What? Oh my gosh. I gotta get comfortable for this. Oh. All right. Let's see how this is. I don't know if it's gonna be completely cooked. I have no idea. I hope that it is, but man, I wish you could see, I wish you could smell these onions. Oh, look at that. Huh. Campfire calzone. What a day we had. But to come back to this, you know. Alright, where should we take it from? Let's take it from the, I'm just turning it in circles basically. Let's take it from this side here. Can I pick it up? Oh, oh, not quite, but it looks good. Look at that. Can you hear the crunch? Oh. Oh my, no way. Look at that. Oh. Wow. It's perfect. It's perfect. Look at the dough. I should say bread, like it's not even doughy. Holy cow. I'm making a mess. I need to be careful. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Wow. Oh. Campfire Calzone. There you go. And I just added just a little bit of water at a time until it was at that consistency. I ended up adding a little bit more flour from another bag that I had just to get it right. So, wow. This, I'm like, I did not expect it to turn out this good. This is like cooking, you know, bread and honey butter for the first time. Like, it just blows your mind. Wow. Holy cow. Well, I'm going to destroy the rest of this. Absolutely destroy it. Unbelievable. Definitely would recommend. But heck of a day we had. Heck of an ending. And yeah, we'll get up and do one more tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to finish this meal out. I just got right into making a fire. I haven't even set up my tent yet. It's 10:45, I think. And so I'll do that here in a little bit. Enjoy the rest of this fire. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is a beautiful day. A little cloudy and overcast. Rained a little bit last night, but still absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, we're gonna get some coffee going, and then we got a little surprise for breakfast. Per popular request, we're gonna make some bread and honey butter, but we're gonna do it the real Luke and the Outdoor Boys way, cooked right over the coals. Let's get into it. So we're going to let that burn down to just a base layer of coals. Then we're going to throw on our coal-fired fry bread. All right, this is what your dough should look like roughly. Okay, we're going to patty that out. We're gonna throw that on the fire. Well, I just had to come inside the tent because it started raining, but I'd say that that was a successful cook. Luke and the Outdoor Boys. Thank you guys. This is amazing. So let's put a little honey butter on this. All right, first taste. Wow. Oh, so good. Well, I'm gonna crush this, but this is phenomenal and a heck of an experience over the coals. Tastes great. But I'm gonna finish this, then we're gonna head out. Let's get out of here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the GoPro storage is full. As you can see, it started raining again, and you guys have already seen this section of the river. So what better place to end this adventure than right here? It was a heck of a trip though, and if you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. If you like that video, check out some of my others. And as always, hit that like and subscribe button. Be a lot cooler if you did. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.